World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.
Always nice when your microphone disconnects just as you're about to go live, isn't it? Either way, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hellcase Cup. We're going to be going into what is our playoff stage now, and, well, it is getting a little bit more interesting. Of course, some of you will have seen that the prize pool, I think it's hit something like $60,000 for the winners of the, well, no, spread across, but 24 grand for an online tournament, not bad at all. And two of these teams are going to be looking to get through to the next stage. I'm pretty sure EnVyUs Academy are going to be facing off against, well, Fragsters for today, but whoever wins will be facing off against Hellraisers in the next round, which, to be fair, out of all of the brackets, that's really not a bad one. Hellraisers have not been in the best of form recently. The new team definitely hasn't been up to the sort of expectations of some of these talented individuals, and they've been losing to quite a lot of sort of, well, not average teams, that sounds almost harsh, but sort of lower tier teams than what we'd expect of them. Either way, this series today is probably going to be a pretty good one, although I do favour EnVyUs Academy going into this match. I think it's going to be a tough one for the guys from Fragsters, obviously recently losing one of their players, which is obviously going to make things more difficult going over to North Academy. That was Cyclone, and because of that, obviously it's left a little bit of a gap that they have to fill, which currently is going to be held by Bubsky. I don't know if that's a permanent roster change. I imagine by the fact that he's the only one who doesn't actually have the same picture, there's probably not a permanent roster change. But, well, we'll see how they actually perform today. Of course, it could mean that in terms of sort of a looser style, it could help them out in terms of just like individual battles, and they may be feeling a bit more confident. You never know. Cyclone may have been sort of wanting to leave for a while, and that could have actually changed the sort of dynamic of the team in a positive manner. It does happen sometimes. We see team of almost rejects sometimes doing very well. Like, it's harsh, but you look at EnVyUs. Most of those players, they probably wanted, the main EnVyUs, not this one. Most of those players wanted to be in G2, and they're still qualifying for quite a lot of events. So we'll see how it actually turns out today. Of course, we do. Who is called Good CV or Good C Vibrations? It's always, whenever you have one player who's just not put their name, it always confuses you because you can never remember who it is. That's the biggest problem. I'll look. So unless someone else, who's better than me? Who's better than me in remembering everybody's names? Either way, we are into our pistol round. T side pretty much all over towards the B side. It's going to be Mr. Petty Scale to try and hold on to things here. Flashbang will help him out a little bit, and he's still holding on to the site. Another flash comes in. Nice timing. Eventually he'll hit the shot, which does give them the man advantage and a second as well. Just ducking backwards and forwards. VKLL is there to support him. And it's still now 2 players left for the T side. It's Lambert. There we go. See, you can never remember it when you, but you know the player. You know the name. Lambert. Okay. Thank you, the Maurice. Thank you very much. You've saved me having to Google it. Dragonflight will find one back. Looking for a second as well, and he's actually made this somewhat possible. The problem is he's so low on HP, but you could say the same for Lambert. Haji, well, he's perfectly healthy and can be a little bit more aggressive with his peaks, just trying to stop them getting anywhere near the bomb. They're just going to run in together. Lambert taking the more aggressive pushes. He's the one who's sort of more, well, expendable. It's harsh, but it's true. And, well, this is sort of an awkward battle at this point, as neither of the players are actually hitting any of their shots. I'm hoping somebody will finally end this, otherwise it's just going to go on forever. Come on, guys. Somebody just hit one shot, please. There we go. Haji. Oh, it's stressing me out, man. Either way, somewhat taking after the main team a little bit here, and we've got quite a lot of SMGs for EnVyUs Academy. MP9s, I actually saw Envy do a full MP9 buy the other day, and I have to say I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was something a little bit different and involved an awful lot of aggression. It does give a bit more of a chance over to the T side. At the same time, they're quite smart in how they've set up. The one rifle is going to be sat very distant, just all the way over towards the car, can quickly rotate away to the other side if necessary, but also has a strong stance if they do look to push into A, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Now, Lambert, well, he's playing a very aggressive position here, and I wonder if they've actually spotted that. They have! Just through the smoke, leaves a little bit of a red marker on the map, and that's already going to be one. And actually, the rifleman's pretty low as well. The MP9 on Bubsky is going to manage a second. And this is scary for the CT side. As said, it can be seen as quite a risky buy. Now, we are just going to have to wait and see whether they can get back into things. As said, they do have that one rifle. It's going to be chucked over to Petty Scales. They try and get back in, and by the looks of it, they've just ducked out. They've decided against it. Okay, things haven't worked. Let's hold on to the weaponry. And if anything, I think it's quite a smart way to go about it. Okay, what are the chances of them getting back in with this little time left to actually defuse that bomb and kill every single player? Pretty slim. Can you reuse a lot of the stuff you have in this round? Sure. So we will have another buy, or a forced buy in from EnVyUs Academy, but a nice return from Fragsters and great work done by Bubsky, the new man on the block. That's it. We are going to have the buy back in. Pretty much the same buy as we had in the last round for the CT side at least, but quite a severe upgrade for the T side. They've kept 2 of those MP9s, but they've got 3 AKs behind them. Both teams with quite a lot of utility, so not too bad in that department, and we are just going to see Haji actually boosted up. For now, we'll look towards middle, as he obviously can't spot anything into A main because the smoke is down. T side, however, do seem to be rotating in the direction of that B site. However, Molotov fails and does give quite a bit of information over towards that CT side. Quick push out from Stown. We're looking for the opening. VKL left in the open. Will already be going down. It's looking like so far the CTs are just getting overwhelmed. There's only one man left on the site. Mr. Petty Scale once again. How much damage can he realistically do here? Just trying to dance around the smokes. Does manage to pick up one. Spots a second out and finds him as well. Now the remaining CTs in the form of Haji at least are thinking, okay, maybe this is possible. Let's rotate in. My teammate's done a decent amount of damage. Will go down. There's a chance here until Bubsky just picks up another 2 and leaves it all onto Lambert, who eventually goes down to Bubsky as well. He's off to a flying start. 2 kills in a crucial round in the last, and then 3 kills in this round to pretty much secure them number 2 on the board. 2-1. No real money for reinvestment from EnVy Academy. Mid control will be taken. There's 1 pot flash for the CT side, and a P250 as well for VKL. I quite like seeing a singular pot flash. At least seems like they have some sort of strategy to get themselves out, although, where is it at the moment? Okay, it's going to be thrown into A main. That's not a bad place, but unfortunately, well, there's only going to be 1 player here with an AK as well, and Dragonfly makes that look far too easy. The flashbang didn't really catch him, and it's just left the remaining to be cleaned up. Bit of a missed jump from Lambert as well isn't going to help out the situation, and it comes close to the death of Stown, but Stown will not go down, and it will be 3-1 in favour of the Danes. Nice start for them after the pistol round, but now we will see some weaponry juggled about. Lambert will have his trusty AWP. The T side, yet to bring one in. Don't really have any need to. Of course, in the last round, they keep every single player alive, so no point dropping an AK-47 in the spawn to pick up an AWP. And even if they lose this round, they're going to be buying into the next one anyway with that AWP. So, not too much of a problem. smoke into the connector, but the boost will be thrown in. Now the T's looking like they're just about to explode onto the A side, and unfortunately for Haji, that means that he's probably screwed, because he is the only one on this site. Peak can be coming out. How long can he survive? The answer is not very long at all. Absolutely no damage done. Nade may take down one. That's a nice little dunk onto Fruslev as well, so they do have a chance in this retake. Another peek out. Torben will be falling.
Bomb has been planted.
Petty Scale picks up another, leaving only 2 left, and the second Bubsky shoots a bullet. They'll know exactly where both players are. Up from above, they now know that Stown has to be here, because what was he standing on otherwise? He didn't have a footstool, and VKL will be able to finish off this retake. AWP shall be saved. AK-47's likely picked up, and the AWP, more importantly, will be kept into the next round. Comes a little bit closer than I thought it would. They don't actually have a kit, which does make things, as said, a little bit closer, but it's going to be 2-3. EnVy Academy do break back once, but, as said, there's going to be plenty in terms of utility, plenty in terms of rifles, and it's not going to be an easy round, to say the least, for this DT side. Here we go, though. Out, nice start, double entry from the T side, already ruining any chances of holding on to that economy, unless Jax can do something incredible, and he's quickly removed from the scenario. I think they're just going to try and save their weaponry. Spray through, pro slip, trying to stop anybody from coming in from behind. Jax will be able to close him out. Still trying to hold on to their remaining weaponry. The T's could go on a little bit more of a hunt here, but likelihood is gonna make sure they hold on to all of their weapons. They don't have a huge amount of cash at the moment. After this round, they will have built up more, and it's likely that in the next round, they are going to be much more willing to go hunting for these players. The question is how much the CTs will actually invest here, because they can drop one rifle. Jax will be able to purchase a gun. M4, something of the sort, or maybe a UMP and a FAMAS. However, oh, it's sort of whether it's actually worth going for. Or was JW Vac banned? I highly doubt that. I feel like that would have come up on HLTV if that was true, and considering their notifications go straight to my phone, I feel like I would have spotted that by now, but maybe alright. Here we go, though. CT side are actually going to buy back into this one. This buy isn't too bad. A couple of UMPs across, and there is a Lambert with the early pick. This time the man advantage going their own way. Push through from VKLL. Down middle. Actually gets them a second advantage. Now, that's quite risky, because they already had a man advantage. Didn't really need to do anything more, but has paid off. Looking to try and fall back, although he will actually be traded. So it is going to be a 4 versus 3. Still the T-side wait in A main. Mainly because they've got a player pushing up mid. That will be Stown trying to split apart this defense. Not going to be spotted by Lambert, who's actually in from behind. And the question is, will Jax have any idea? Really, he needs his teammate to move a little bit quicker. Spot going to be coming in as Lambert just runs in. And now Jax is going to go down as he turns back. It will be a trade from Haji, though. And if he can hold on to the site, maybe there's a chance. And nice shot from Haji. He knows it as well with this small celebration, and it will be 3-4. An important round to keep the CT side going with their buys. However, the T side are going to have enough cash still. Here we go, though. T-side, they still have enough to buy for this round. Interested to see Frostlev only on a Deagle. Could have been handed over FAMAS, or maybe even if Stown didn't buy so many nades. Even if he just dropped one flashbang, he could have given him a Galil. Thank you, Madsen. You're a nice viewer. Already, though, the entry will be coming in for Bubsky. He has been superb so far. Definitely a keeper. I'm not talking about football. He's going to be boosting into middle. Lambert is going to be waiting. No AWP this time, so definitely reduces his deadliness by a severe margin. The CT side are looking to try and go a little bit more aggressive. It will be one, but Bubsky, again, very quick to trade. If he keeps going like this, I think he's going to be getting a contract in no time. One man in middle will be Lambert trying to push aggressively. Yeah, Bubsky is on try, I know, that's what I'm saying. If he keeps going like this, I don't think there's anything they could do. And Jax, that is what you call timing, my friend. You walk out of the site, and suddenly your opponent's just pushing. He's going to try and sneak through. I think he's absolutely screwed. And Bubsky, oh, that's the third headshot for him already. One man will remain. Hadji, of course, just going to be saving his weapon here. And, yeah. I think EnVy, so far, they have... The thing is, I feel like a lot of the aggression we're seeing from EnVy is more like sporadic aggression. It's not tactical aggression. Now, aggression is not a bad thing. I think when people say, oh, he's gone aggressive, that's silly. That's wrong. It's tactical aggression, like either pushing as a unit, or pushing with flashbangs, or pushing with a smoke to use to your advantage, or like using a timing of another player to then go aggressive. Whereas a lot of what we've seen from EnVyUs looks like pure gambles. Now, I may just be misreading, and they may have thought of it through and had all these tactical ideas, but Lambert pushing down mid there, I don't understand. That, to me, doesn't make much sense. Also crouching through smoke on B. Yeah, no. So far it has been some sort of mistake. I think Jax was quite unlucky in that round. Like, him trying to push the smoke at the end was just a sort of last-ditch effort to try and save something. But, yeah, his timing there was just awful. And, yeah, and then on the other side, the player just trying to run through the smoke. It's, like, that is where you need a pop flash. That is where you need something that takes away the advantage from your opponent. Because Bubsky there has a massive advantage. Like, he's sitting on the other side of a smoke. He will see you every time before you see him. If he's not blind, then it makes no difference. Here we go, though. Hadji with a Catalyst rifle. If anybody could do it for this team, this is probably the man you're looking at. Even stood in for the main team for a little bit. I think it was while XMS was away, and to be fair, he did pretty well. I hope that they don't just steal him, because I do quite like the dynamic of this team. Of course, the rest of the team don't really have too much. VKL with the D can have his moments. We'll see if they can do anything here. Aggression has come out from Lambert. Knows where everybody is. Unfortunately, now, well, they're just going to want to save. Hadji may as well just keep this rifle. I'm not even sure if they're going to be able to buy into the next round either, to be honest. They don't have a huge amount of cash. Dragonfly, not really any reason to face. You're taking absolutely nothing away. It's more just maybe for confidence, if you want to get some eco frags. They still have to be a little bit careful, and Jax will be able to take down one. Obviously, he wants that rifle. Froslev is not going to allow him to. Now, I'm interested in the money situation, because they're only going to get 1,900. I honestly don't think they can buy. They definitely can't buy now. And this is the sort of thing that winds me up. This is the sort of thing. Now, you see the sort of pistols they're buying, pistol CZ. That's from Hadji, sort of understandable. But why not invest this money into the previous round? This is something I've seen an awful lot of teams do. And it's not, like, I'm not just hating on EnVyUs Academy. I feel like I've been doing that for the last few rounds. But why not invest that into the previous round? Get some Kevlar behind the pistols you bought and try and actually win the last round. And then eco this one. Rather than sort of buying a few pistols in both rounds, which then don't have much impact. Either way, I haven't managed to drop a player. So that's something that they can look to try and retrieve. Although every time they go for a gun, they just get shut down. Fragsters looking pretty good on cash so far. And EnVyUs Academy, this is, of course, their map pick. So they do have to be a little bit worried, a little bit wary where this one is going.
Bomb has been planted.
Jax. Looking to try and find something. Petty skill will go down, and, well, nice amount of money being made from Fragsters at the moment. At least individually, this team has looked pretty good. Bubsky at the top of the board, 11-3, brand new to the roster, so that's not bad at all. And they're looking for that AK, so Jax will be able to retrieve it. It's their 6th map. Aggression into middle. Not going to work out already. Stown running through the smoke, but Dragonfly is very quick to trade from the peak from that AWP, which doesn't last very long for Lambert at all. Jax hasn't actually bought any armor. Bit of a mistake from him, and he will go down. Probably not because of the armor. Spray through. Bubsy gets another, and there's only 2 players left. VKLL's got to do an awful lot of work. A bit of an off angle, but he gets peeked anyway. Sprays down one, but now Hadji's all alone. Seems to be the story of Hadji's life so far today. I think Jax may have dropped an AWP. I think that's why he didn't have any armor, but quite a big mistake, and there's been quite a few so far in this game from EnVyUs Academy. Definitely looking not like the sort of well-structured, oiled unit that we see from them. They're actually a team who's impressed me quite a lot over the last few months, so... Especially considering I only really first saw them at the first season of Gfinity. That was the first time they came onto my radar as a team. So, yeah, it's not really looking too good at the moment. Bubsky is still going strong. And Hadji... Oh, there's not really much you can do here but save. The loss bonus will start to build up behind them, which makes rebuying a little bit easier. However, they've only won single rounds so far, and anybody who knows anything about Counter-Strike knows that, well, that just means you're screwed, especially on the CT side where obviously you have to get the kits in, utility. I don't know if I'd say it's more important, but at the same time, if you don't have smokes on certain positions and Molotovs in retakes, things become nigh on impossible. Oh, is my caster command going to work? That looks like a damn shame. Now, the command's normally caster, so the fact that it doesn't work is a bit annoying. It should be. I normally have it set up, but oh well. Haji, with that catalyst rifle now, it will be the pistols behind it, looking to try and do a little bit of extra damage. That's been the story of their life. Going to go very aggressive in this round, trying to almost double back through. Jax does a little bit of damage, but instead gets his head shot off. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's worked every other day, so I'll just check after this map and try and fix it. More aggression coming out, but Dragonfly is just going to be waiting patiently. Take out. First level will be able to pick up one. Only a trade so far, but I haven't bumped into Haji. Haji playing, well, what used to be referred to as the envy box, the back box, the checkers box. Not a bad angle, but it doesn't look like it's going to play any part. They have been pretty unlucky with a lot of the positions they've gambled upon. But then again, with all the aggression that they just had over to the A site, it's somewhat almost obvious that they're going to have less players on A after that. Because you just killed everyone, unless they then rotate extra players.
Bomb has been planted.
Haji, just going to be wanting to save his weapon here. There is still one more AK dropped around the map that they could look to try and retrieve, and that's likely to be what is done. Nice pop flash and a wonderful shot from Petit. That's not easy to do even with the CZ. Still pretty powerful pistol. Haji is still going to want to stay alive here, and it's just not happening. Frozlev takes him down and will be 9-3. As said, though, it's not too much of a problem. They've got the max loss bonus. They will be able to buy into this next round. And I wonder... Nope, still just going to be single AWP. They've got plenty of players who can AWP on this CT side, but they're going to stick with this same dynamic for now. There we go, though. Aggressive push. Switching things up on the T side, and already it's going to be a bloodbath towards B. Leaves one man to defend it. VKL uses the Molotov, but the fact is the T side have taken the man advantage. That's the most important thing from them. They know that if they push onto the site, they will have more players no matter where they decide to go. VKL looking to try and go aggressive himself. Of course, if he can get one back, there's a few low players. Maybe this won't be too bad a scenario after all. Remaining CTs have rotated into middle, of course giving them a much faster push back towards either side, but this is actually quite smart from the Ts. Rather than falling all the way back, they're just waiting. They can still double back if they need to. Aggression into mid is going to be spotted from Dragonfly as well. Nothing the CTs are doing in terms of aggressive plays is working at all. Although this spot from Haji could actually pay dividends. Oh, like, literally, the timing is unreal. Even when he runs back. There we go. Finally manages to pick up one, but already. Rotation going to be coming in. I'm going to be going down.
Bomb has been planted.
Nade could be thrown into the corner. That will actually give him a chance here. He's turned this into a 1 versus 1. Has a kit and a Molotov as well. Are going to be baiting Bubsky into the angle. This is perfect from Haji. He looks for the spray, and after all that, he needed to connect one bullet. And it isn't going to be working. Already, though. CT side aggression has worked quite nicely. Going to be boosting into the vent, looking for the kill. We'll be able to find one, but takes so much damage in return. Hadji still doing work though with this M4, and he picks up a second while burning. Dragonfly will be able to trade and can get himself onto the site. However, it's not going to be easy, and VKL actually doesn't hit the shot. Given an opportunity with the man not moving. Quick flank will be coming in. He's going to be coming out, but he won't spot anything, and this flank should end the round. Lambert not knowing that if he just peeks here, we'll have the kill. Round the corner goes. Dragonfly picks up one, but it's a very quick trade. Dignitas will be playing tomorrow, so tune in for that. I'm not sure if I'll be covering it or somebody else. There's quite a lot of matches tomorrow, and I'm not sure what Starladder will want me to cover. But yeah, Dignitas are playing tomorrow. And already through the smoke, that's not a nice start for the CT side. Jax was boosted up. They had a nice little plan. Unfortunately, if somebody runs through a smoke, a Stewie 2K-esque play, they just get caught up in a ruckus. And then it seems to turn the EnVyUs Academy, just go for aggression after aggression. Nice shot from Lambert. We'll actually turn things back a little bit, and we'll be able to retreat onto the B site. Now he has the chance to sort of maneuver himself around, turns it back into a 3v3. Can he get anything more? No. Torben will be there to trade. That's a beautiful shot from Dragonfly. Can't quite do it again. But it is just going to leave Jax into a 1 versus 2. Doesn't have a kit. Bomb going to be planted for the vent room. Flashbang. Not going to give any information away, and they don't seem to know where Jax is at the moment. And he's going to force one man off the site with a Molotov. Although Willie, Torben, I think he's just managed to hide right next to the Molotov without taking any damage. That is very lucky indeed. It doesn't quite reach him, and Jax, I think, is just going to have to fall back. Although he can't, because it's the last round. So fighting this forward, running in, and Frostlev will take him down. A great T-side half from Fragsters. 11-4. Now they just, well, all they really need is a pistol. That'll be it. Here we go, though. An important pistol for EnVyUs Academy if they are going to be able to turn things back on their map choice as well. VKLL has himself the Deagle. Lambert with the utility. The rest of the team just going to be sat with Kevlar. Then you got Torben on the other side with the classic kit and smoke combo. Ready to try and defuse that bomb. Now he's going to be over towards the B site. They've got 2 players actually sitting towards A, and already a nice start. VKL's Deagle will have little to no impact. I imagine Hadji may be looking to try and retrieve that one-shot pistol. Gives them quite a bit more range. You can understand it being bought over on the T side. CT side, not so much. And it's quite an interesting setup from the CTs at the moment. You can see multiple players all the way back as far as possible, just keeping that range advantage with their stock pistol. Now, it does mean that there's a high chance they could actually get onto the B side, but through the vents they go. There's a man sat in the corner as well, which they need to check for, and Hadji will takes his head clean off, leaves into a 3 versus 4. It's down up above, and the smoke has actually left a gap, which almost costs this T side, but the bomb is going to be juggled over instead. Bomb is going to be planted for the vent. Smoke actually going to allow the CT side a little bit further into the site without anybody really being able to spot them. Shots coming through, and it will be taps from Haji. He has to be careful now. He's the only one left alive. Needs to find 3. That's a nice first shot. However, not going to be anything more. Bomb will be planted, but Fragsters shall defuse. Going to leave them... what, 12-4 now. Very close to taking this first map. Here we go, though, already. T-side. Not going to be investing too much into this round, but they may... Well, I was about to say they may be able to get the bomb down. By the looks of it, they were trying to sell a bit of a fake. And unfortunately, that's left the bomb. Dropped over towards the B site, and Petit Scout left on A. Not looking like they're going to be able to do any damage in this situation. Quite interesting to see the CT side with so many SMGs, especially considering that we know that there is going to be a buy coming back in next round from the T side. Quite a risky purchase, but at the same time, they should have enough that they'll be able to buy in the next round anyway. I think Dragonfly will be a little bit closer to the mark than the rest of his team, but the majority of them still have a decent amount of money. And if they can win this round, well, they're pretty much set till the end of the game. That should be it done. Here we go, though. Aggression into middle. Looking like the CT side are going to try and boost over. Seems like they're waiting already. The aggression pushed into Squeaky has not worked out. And actually, Bubsky looking to go a little bit further. This may be overzealous from him, as they're probably going to be expecting more aggression with these SMGs in the next couple of rounds. And they will. Jax just going to be waiting patiently. Haji finds another. And the patience of this T side just nets them 4 frags. Only one player who's actually playing a bit more passive is going to be Frostlev with the M4. And, well, he's now the only one left alive. This is all going to be about cost. Not only will he be considering whether or not saving this rifle may be the best form of action, as his teammate Dragonfly is only going to get 1400 next round, and that's not really going to give them enough to properly buy here. Rest of the team should be fine. Saving that M4 could make a big difference. Not going to give them enough for an AWP. Any person who'll be able to buy one would be Torben, and I'm pretty sure there'll be glass cannon, so nothing ideal there. Roslev is just going to be hiding now. This is a pretty common pre-fire spot. The T's aren't going to be going for it, and they are slowly surrounding him in his position. They don't know where he is. Is anybody going to spray through that wall? I'm kind of hoping they do. It doesn't matter. He actually peeks out. I think that's got some sort of suicidal tendency to do that right at the end of the round. Either way, though, it is looking like the CT side are going to gamble on it anyway. And, yeah, as said, it's going to be quite a reduced buy. Not so much utility. Dragonfly will get the majority of it. Torben can pick up a bit more. They do have a kit as well. But that one rifle save could have been the difference. CT side. A little bit more of a focus into mid. You got Dragonfly up close, and you got Stown currently sat in the vents waiting for any sort of boost to come in. Also, not forgetting the man over towards white box as well. So quite heavy significance put into mid at the moment, but already that is going to be diminished. The man drops out of vents just as his teammate goes down in middle. They are going to go for a reboost here, but they've got to be very careful as VKLL. He now knows there's another man there. Lots of information gathered. Bubsky, though, still going strong. Picks up 3 kills in mid. He may have just saved them in this round, giving them a chance at least a 4th kill for Bubsky. Going absolutely ham. Eventually, it's going to be Lambert to take him down. But now Torben has a big advantage going into this. Bomb going to be planted for main. Lambert has absolutely no idea where his opponent is. So many angles left to check. 34 HP. A couple of bullets will be enough for Torben to take this round. He spots him as well. 14-5. A huge individual performance once again from Bubsky. Currently top of the board, and rightly so. AK at least will be picked up. A little bit of extra time to do just that. But what a play from Bubsky. Incredible stuff in middle. But at least the bomb goes down. That will give enough money for the T side to buy back up, to try and break their opponents once again. Maybe even give them a better chance of actually getting into this match. Lambert straight in with the AWP. We'll be able to pick one up. Nice start through the smoke as well. Not going to be what Dragonfly was hoping for, but it is only a trade. Boost in. That's nice. Just catches out the man in Toxic. That's got to be so tilting. Haji. We'll be able to find one. Coming in from Bubsky, still keeps the man advantage going. It's down to VKL and Petit, and that's a nice shot. Petit Scale trying to turn this on his own. Rotation will be coming in. Actually, a sneak trying to come through the smoke. The flashbang going to leave the bomb plant completely blind, but VKL still manages to win the battle. It won't matter, though, because Froslev takes down both. Already, we'll cease down, pick up one. It's a half-ditch effort by from the T side to try and keep themselves in this map. Definitely not the buy they were looking for. Push going to be coming in already. We'll see one more dropped. Down, even going to be pushing to try and finish off Lambert, who is down to just 10 HP. Bubsky. Be able to finish off another. I think this first map may be done. It's going to have to take some real heroics up close. Will be Dragonfly with the MP7. Not going to be able to do anything. Actually loses out to the Mac 10. Down will close. 16-5. That is going to be the end of map 1 now, guys. It's going to be a little bit different from normal. Supposedly, I am streaming on the wrong channel, so I've got to switch. So we're going to be jumping over to Starladder 2. So make sure that you switch with me if you want to continue with the game, because, yeah, supposedly I'm supposed to be on Starladder 2. Either way, we'll be back in a few moments on the other channel, so make sure you don't go anywhere.